So all these examples, they are showing that the effect of force is called the pressure, or effect of force is different, right? So this is called the pressure, and this is the ratio of force and area is called the pressure, where we are applying the force in normal direction, right? So this ratio is called pressure. Now if the fluid is placed or it is kept in a container, it gives the weight towards the bottom, that is in normal direction, as well as towards the walls of the container, even in normal direction. So direction of the force is always normal. No component is acting in other direction, right? So that's why it is written the fluid exert at rest per unit surface area of contact. There is normal force exerted by the fluid at rest per unit surface area of contact, and this is called the pressure. So pressure is a scalar quantity, though the force is vector and area is vector quantity, but pressure is a scalar quantity because it is not having proper direction. If you are blowing the balloon, the pressure exerts in all direction, right? So pressure doesn't have a particular direction, so it is a scalar quantity. Density is also a scalar quantity. What is the SI unit of pressure? SI unit of pressure, you write down the unit of force and area. This is Newton per meter square. This unit is also called, it is the invented by the scientist Pascal. So this Newton meter per meter square is also called as Pascal. And it is written as, so 1 Newton per meter square is equal to 1 Pascal. It is the name after a person. So it is 1 Pascal. There are another units of the pressure which are known as bar and toe. Another units of pressure are bar and torr. T-O-R-R. What is relation? 1 bar equals to 1 bar equals to 760 or 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. And 1 atmosphere. I will explain this. What is 1 atmosphere? 1 atmosphere is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power 5, and 1 atmosphere is also equal to 760 torr. 760. Now again, these are the units. SI unit is Newton per meter square. You can write down dimensions also. Dimensions of pressure, dimensions of force, and dimensions of the meter square. So you can write with your own. 1 Newton per meter square is equivalent to 1 Pascal. Different units are bar and torr, and one new name is 1 atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure. What is an atmospheric pressure? The atmospheric pressure acting on ourselves also. The air above the earth's surface, it has its own weight. Due to this weight, the weight acting in vertically downward direction. So these air particles, they will exert a pressure on the surface of the earth, and that pressure is called the atmospheric pressure. On which surface we have to measure the pressure? Here or in Kashmir or in Kanyakumari or where? So levels everywhere is different. So atmospheric pressure is measured along the sea level. So at sea level, the atmospheric pressure is to be measured. That is the pressure of the air particles above the earth's surface. That is the weight acting above the earth's surface in the downward direction is called the atmospheric pressure, and it is written as 1 atm. Its value is constant, 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 pound. As we are going away from the sea level, the air particles, their low density reduces, so pressure also reduces. So up to which height the pressure exerts on the surface of the earth? So it is around 8 kilometer. The surface or the Earth's surface can exert the pressure of the air. So up to 8 kilometer atmospheric pressure is to be observed. But as we are going away from the sea level, the pressure decreases. And what is there above the 8 kilometers? So above the 8 kilometer, the density is very low. Density of air is very low, and that is considered to be nearly zero. So that place we call as the vacuum. So above 8 kilometer, there is a vacuum. So there is no atmospheric pressure. So we exert atmospheric pressure only up to the 8 kilometer from the sea level. So this is about atmospheric pressure. Now again, what is, you can say, what is the way to understand atmospheric pressure? Very much in the best way, that is in our body. If atmospheric pressure of so many 10 raised to 1 into 10 raised to 5 Pascal, if this much atmospheric pressure is acting on the body, still we are steady. We are not compressing. Why? Because our body is opposing the pressure from the inside. So we are steady, it means the body is opposing with the same pressure from the inside. So our body have the pressure which is nearly equal to the atmospheric pressure. And so we can sustain the pressure. So if the pressure when inside and pressure outside is the same. So we can stay here very safely on the surface of the earth. So what happens when you listen so many times about the scuba diving? In scuba diving, if we are going inside, your body have the pressure inside is equal to the atmospheric pressure. If we are going inside and inside, what will happen? Your atmospheric pressure, your pressure of the water increases, but inside the body the pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure. So there is a machine kept in the scuba diving, so inside pressure also increases. If you are going 10-meter down, inside pressure also increases, so it is balanced. The pressure, outside pressure, if it is 10 kilo for the 10 meters, what is the outside pressure? Your body also maintain the pressure for the 10-meter down. If you are going 100-meter down, your pressure of the water increases. Again, you have to adjust your knob so that your inside pressure also increases 100 times. If it is not happen, then what will happen? Your outside pressure increases and you will get compressed. So major accident might be there. In the same way, if you are coming up, if you are going up towards the surface of the water, then what will happen? Your machine is adjusted for the 100-meter down. Okay, and you are coming with 50 meters up now. Then your inside pressure is for the 100-meter water, and now you are at 50-meter height. So again you have to adjust the knob in opposite direction. So again your inside outside pressure maintain the same. Again if you are going up and up 10 meters and at the surface of the water, you have to decrease the pressure of your body continuously. Otherwise what will happen? Every time your outside inside pressure must be the same. If it is not there, then what will happen? Your pressure will be more, and you might be there. You can say there is a major accident might be there. So this is one example how the pressure increases inside the body, outside the body when the scuba diving is there. In the balloon also, if we are blowing the balloon, if inside and outside pressure, if it is the same, then nothing will happen. But if the inside pressure is more than the outside, you know what is the result. So this is how the pressure effect, or what is the pressure, and using these properties, now we will understand the next articles, what happens when the pressure exerts on the steady state of the water, or the steady state of the fluid, on the fluid at rest. That branch is called the hydrostatic, and the branch in which the fluid flows and we are observing the behavior of the flowing fluid, that branch is called the hydrodynamics. So that we will see in the next chapter. Thank you. Just to add the previous topic, we were discussing about the examples of the pressure, general examples that we are observing in day-to-day life. So that example you can understand in mathematical way also. We know the formula of the pressure. It is equal to force upon area. Written on whiteboard also. Suppose we are considering the force applied on the area of 1 centimeter square. Force of 10 Newton is applied on the area of 1 centimeter square. So what will be the pressure? And the same force is applied on the area of 1 meter square. What will be pressure? So using formula, pressure is equal to force upon area. Here force is 10 Newton, area in centimeter square, convert into the meter square, 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. So it will be, pressure will be 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. On another hand, if the area is 1 meter square, it is a large area, then pressure required is only 10 Newton per meter square. So in this way, smaller the area, greater the pressure. What we conclude? That see, this pressure is 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square for the smaller area, and this is pressure for the greater area, 1 meter square. So what we conclude, that smaller the area, greater the pressure. Mathematically also we proved this one. Okay. Next time when we will meet, we will see the next topic. What is the hydrostatic pressure? What is the expression? What is atmospheric pressure expression, and all that. Okay.